You know what? Some of you guys need to get rid of your Porsches. Not next year, not next week, not when the market improves. Today. Sell it, drop it, give it to a friend. Find the nearest cliff and push it over the edge. Get your key fob, go to the closest river and throw it as far as you can. Because the way you're living, you're not a Porsche owner. You're a hostage. And the crazy part is, you know exactly who you are. So let's keep it real. Some of you guys out there, you didn't buy your Porsche because you love to drive it. You actually bought it because you love to be seen driving. And here's the crazy part. You don't actually drive it. It sits in your garage like a trophy you're afraid to touch. You talk about it more than you drive it. You talk about the mileage like it's a purity score of some sort. And here's the crazy part of it. If your Peloton has more miles than your Porsche, you need to sell it. You're not built for this. You're not a driver, you're a curator. Sell that Porsche. Give it to somebody that'll appreciate it. So let's talk about maintenance anxiety. Because whether you believe it or not, it's a real thing. You see, some of you guys are driving around in a daily ritual of being stressed out of your mind. You can't drive past a tire store without getting that gurgly, bubbly, nauseated feeling in your gut. You see a Porsche dealership, you get lightheaded. You get fever feeling. You think you got COVID or something. You're driving and a rock or pebble hits your fender or hits your window, you start screaming out in languages that you don't even speak natively. And if that ain't bad enough, you're driving around with your dashboard lit up with all kinds of indicator lights like it's a Christmas tree. And you won't take it to service because you know that that number is going to involve a comma. You live with this car like pouring bourbon in a shot glass. 1 ounce at a time, 1 pour at a time. Never too much. You live in a constant state of anxiety. And that ain't right. If having this car is like you're constantly waiting on the shoe to drop, sell it. You're not built for this lifestyle. And then we have the tire surveyors. I mean, some of you guys really have it bad. You're constantly crouching down like a detective, reading your tread patterns like it's a medical scan or something, rubbing and investigating the rubber like you're reading Braille, constantly Googling Porsche tread wear patterns like it's a terminal diagnosis or something. And here's the thing. If every drive that you do ends with you evaluating your wear patterns on your tires, then you're not enjoying your car. You're surviving it. You need to sell that car. Give it to somebody that'll use it and appreciate it. And then it's the other extreme. Yeah, believe it or not, there's another extreme. You see, some of you treat your Porsches like they're made of wet tissue paper. Constantly babying the car and protecting the car. You do a day of spirited driving and you're going to take a beeline right over there to the Porsche dealership, getting it checked out. Just, making sure everything's all right. I didn't overstress the car. Constantly asking the service advisor if the car is operating properly. You had a rough weekend. You want to make sure that everything's still intact. You get a rock chip or a pebble hits your bumper and you're busting through the door at the local auto body shop, pretending you had a 12-car pileup or something like that. You're getting oil changes every 800-900 miles. Crazy. Absolutely absurd. So here's the thing. If you're treating everyday wear and tear on your Porsche like it's a catastrophic failure, you need to sell that car. You're not operating a Porsche. You're babysitting one. And then there's a subset of you cats in the Porsche community that love to demonstrate what I call the silliest flex of them all. It's the statement, my car has never seen water. Do you hear yourselves? Do you know how silly that sounds? We're literally talking about a machine that was engineered to perform at high peak, at the highest level, on some of the most aggressive racetracks in the world in the midst of a monsoon. And here you are talking as if the car can't stand soap and water, let alone out of the tip of your water hose. You're not preserving the car. You're practicing automotive celibacy. You basically bought a Porsche and turned it into a garage-kept religious relic. You're operating a shrine. Now, if your Porsche can't stand to see soap and water, bugs, oxygen, a little road tar, you need to sell it. You're not built for this. You're more suited for idol worship. Okay, guys, so here's the truth, and I always try and be honest with you because you deserve that. But owning a Porsche is supposed to be fun, freeing, driven. But if you're having anxiety because of maintenance, if the car is causing you emotional crisis because of the image, if you're constantly worried about paint imperfections and rock chips, if you're stressing and struggling with tread wear and worrying about tire replacement, then you didn't buy a Porsche. You bought a burden. And burdens, well, burdens are supposed to be dropped. So drop that Porsche, sell it, let it go. Give it to somebody, anybody, everybody who will enjoy it and use it the way it's designed to be used. Because at the end of the day, it's just a car. Welcome to the Wastegate, where ordinary people talk about extraordinary Porsches. No fear, no ego, and no shrine protection. Now, if this video stuck you, if it made you feel some kind of way, well, maybe it's time for you to be honest with yourself. Maybe it's time for you to let that Porsche go. Sell that Porsche and keep your sanity. Until the next video.